Give me milk, straight up.
No milk, sir, just beer.
Then give me a beer. You take credit card?
You've seen the icons, but trust me, there's more out there. You might want to stick around. I'm Jason Godfrey, and this is my journey down under. My Australian journey takes me to Victoria. First stop is stylish Melbourne, where history and culture meet creativity and innovation. Born out of the mid-1800s gold rush, the city's rich heritage and love for the good life has made this one of the most livable cities in the world. So I want to check out Melbourne, but I want to do it in an eco-friendly, fun sort of way. So I'm meeting Murray, who's going to take me on a bike tour of the city. So where are we going to go today, Murray?
Well, I'm going to show you some of the hidden laneways and the secret places that even a lot of Melbourne people will never get to. So.
Really?
Yeah.
And that you can only get to on bike.
Exactly. Yeah.
Only bike accessible. Perfect. Let's get out of here. It's fun, it's healthy. Cycling is a great way to get around.
So Jason, we've just come in off Collins Street, which is like the Champs-Elysees of Melbourne, with Tiffany's and tree-lined streets. Now we're in the Block Arcade, which was built in the 1890s. Famous for its beautiful tea rooms here, most amazing cakes in town, and for a lot of beautiful little boutique shops.
Yeah, it's nice in here.
Only for the architecture. It's the most beautiful of the arcades in Melbourne.
Are we allowed to bring bikes in here?
Oh, we can sneak through, yeah.
Okay. We continued through the grand old Victorian streets to the narrow laneways that serve as a living art gallery. Uninhibited and ever-changing, these famous laneways of Melbourne provide a blank canvas for the city's residents.
This is Hosier Lane, this area, and it's just one of dozens and dozens of laneways in Melbourne where artists can express themselves. It's just like a living art gallery, and it's never the same twice. Our stencil art is apparently some of the best in the world. It's witty and political and clever. You know, there was one of a little girl holding some balloons and actually taped some real helium balloons to the paintings. Things like that really give you a jolt and put a smile on your face. And in that sense, I think the stencil art in Melbourne is really world class. Melbourne's probably the most European of Australia's cities, but everywhere you go, you'll see everything from public sculptures to even just a park bench, which has been made by hand by an artist as an installation, and you can actually sit on it and interact with it. So you'll see a lot of public art everywhere you go in Melbourne.
So why is using a bike to get around Melbourne? Why is that one of the best ways to see the city?
Melbourne's fairly flat because it's on the Yarra River. There are hundreds of kilometres of bike paths everywhere. Yeah, it's just a great way to get around.
You seem to know a lot of history about this. What are some interesting facts about Melbourne?
1835, a guy called John Batman came here.
Batman?
And, he called it Batmania after himself. He was a very modest sort of guy. So for a little while it was called Batmania, and we were Batmanians, which would have been really bad. But that was how it all began, 1835. There's a big gold rush here in the 1850s, so a lot of the wealth and the beautiful buildings you see, and the multiculturalism, people coming from all over the world and staying afterwards was because of the gold rush.
And I wanted to see what else Melbourne had to offer. Now this is one of the most iconic spots in all of Melbourne. I mean, you can just smell the history here. You've got the trams, you've got Flinders Street Station, you've got St. Paul's Cathedral, but I'm gonna head over to Federation Square, which is just a great meeting spot. I met up with Yolanda, who is the curator at a very interesting museum. She offered me the opportunity to meet Batman. So Yolanda, you work for ACME.
I do. I'm a curator at ACME, which is the Australian Centre for the Moving Image. We're about 10 years old, and we're here because we are really passionate about the moving image in all of its forms.
What do you got going on right now? You've got the Hollywood sign here. You've got some kind of costume installation?
We do. We've got an exhibition called Hollywood Costume, which has actually come to us from the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. Hollywood Costume is all about celebrating costume design within the filmmaking process. It's achieving amazing audiences. People are flocking.
Well, I can see why it would be so popular. I mean, I can't wait to get in there and put the Batman costume on, right? On hearing how passionately Yolanda spoke about the exhibition, I was keen to get in and check it out for myself. Yolanda said she never wears this stuff, but if I worked here, as soon as this closed down, I would put that thing on and I'd be like, I'll be back. This is the costume that Heath Ledger wore in Brokeback Mountain. Great movie, great film. Brings me to tears every time. I'm not even joking. And this is a dress that Keira Knightley wore for I don't even know what, but it doesn't matter because Keira Knightley wore it. This one is actually interactive. If you stand underneath it, it comes down and kisses you upside down like Kirsten Dunst. Come on. Okay, it's not interactive. We're in like the Dark Knight corner. Just looking at it makes me want to growl. You can really smell the Christian Bale in there, I'm told. When I tried to donate my jacket to the exhibit, Yolanda said that she didn't want it because I'm not a Hollywood star, whatever that means. But you know what, Yolanda? You're getting my jacket anyway. Beautiful. Coffee is at the heart of the Melbourne lifestyle, so I wandered the city looking for a caffeine fix. Although it's quite new, Manchester Press has fast become famous for its selection of fine coffee from around the world. So you get a lot of artists here. Are you an artist yourself, or?
I am actually. I build a lot of big sculptures and a lot of people-based drawings and quite simple and just fun.
There's a lot of artwork in the cafe. Is that yours?
It is actually, but I try not to have a...
I knew it. I knew it. I knew he was being the humble, modest artist guy. But what kind of coffees do you guys have in here? Do you have a lot of exotic sort of blends?
We have our own blend called 8 ounce. A lot of single origins, real specialty coffee. Today it's from Guatemala, or tomorrow it could be from Honduras or Ethiopia.
Oh, and it changes all the time.
Yeah, it changes pretty much each day.
Hey, you know what? I'd really like to try some coffee.
No, right.
Sweet. I'm gonna get some coffee. Oh my gosh. This coffee has changed my life. I think I'm done. I'm done. Sorry guys, cut. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm gonna go live in the wilderness. That's it. Funky and hip coffee joints are great, but I couldn't leave without checking out the oldest espresso house in town, Pellegrini's. How long has Pellegrini's been here?
It's been here since 1954, the first of the real Italian-style espresso bars in Melbourne.
But this is the first.
The first.
And I mean, Melbourne has such a coffee culture. You guys you paved the way for everybody else,
We
sort
did.
of.
Melbourne is the coffee centre of Australia. It always has been.
Has this place changed much since the 50s?
No, as you see it now, as it opened up in 1954. With the odd paint job, of course, and memorabilia up on the shelves, as you see it, as it was.
Really? That's
Yes,
awesome.
has
Really,
not changed.
Everything feels so
Everything.
retro, but it's cool. Like,
Yes.
It's really cool. Like, so what kind of coffee do you guys specialize in then?
Our biggest seller is cafe latte. A lot of people walk in and they'll say, I'll have a latte, so I'll give them a glass of milk. And I'll say, but I said, no, you ordered a latte. It's cafe latte.
Perfect.
Espresso is what I drink myself. I'll drink 4 or 5 of them a day, which
4 or 5 of them a day.
Yes.
They must be going non-stop all
you
the
do
time.
get a bit of a hype up, I must admit.
Melbourne was fantastic, but the state of Victoria is huge and has so much more to offer, including, of all things, skiing. Hans Grimace is the owner of a ski lodge here in Mount Buller and a local icon. I was hoping he could share some of the history of this popular ski resort. This is your establishment, this is your place.
Yeah, I started as a lift operator. My first nickname was Wandering Hands, because the manager always said when he put me there, just push and smile, and then I pushed and smiled. And all the girls came down and said, hello, Wandering Hands. They thought in Australia they're very nice, they call you by your name. Then they explained to me what they meant by Wandering Hands.
You're just doing your job.
I was a happy fella, you know. And being a carpenter in Austria, I always wanted to build a little Austrian place, you know, sort of to fit in the snow.
This sort of Austrian style to the building and everything is great for skiing. I mean, those two things kind of go hand in hand, right?
When you look at the mantelpiece, that's the history of Mount Buller. It says when the first lift was built in 1949 and the first T-bar in 59, and around the corner is a chairlift. It was the first triple chairlift in Victoria, which I also built, and that's named after me.
So you went from Wandering Hands to having the chairlift named after you.
Yeah, Wandering Hands, yeah.
I was also amazed to learn that Hans had a skiing dog. The rural city couldn't bring pets to the mountain. By teaching the dog how to ski and getting him his own ski pass, he wasn't a pet. He was a customer, a clever way to get around the paperwork. Mount Buller also has beautiful chalets to rent, and I met Jillian, who gave me a tour of one of the luxury residences. Oh, so what's this?
This is the Montafon apartment here at Grimace. It's the penthouse, as you can see, very spacious, very beautiful, and amazing views as well.
Wow, this is like exactly what I'm thinking of if I'm coming on ski vacation. This is exactly the spot that I would want.
It is super cozy, everything you could possibly need. This sort of place is perfect for families. We get a lot of families up here at Mount Buller. Lots of space for the kids and for a few friends. Sleeps 8 people, so you've got plenty of space and all the facilities you need if you want to stay in and cook or if you want to go out as well.
Wow, what a view.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. I was a little early in the snow season, but this stunning landscape will soon transform into a beautiful winter wonderland. What an amazing view to wake up to. Wow, it's gorgeous. After checking out the fantastic views from the lodge, I was ready to hit the slopes with Kate, who was my guide for the day. Australia is known for its beaches, its arid climate, the red center, but 3 hours out of Melbourne, here I am in winter, hardcore winter, and I'm gonna get my winter on by skiing. Hey, Kate.
Are you coming in for a lesson today?
Well, you know, I don't know if I'd call it a lesson or if I'd just call it a little bit of a refresher.
Oh, you've skied before?
Well, it's not my first rodeo.
Do you remember how to stop? Well, that's fine, that's good, let's go. We'll head straight up to the magic carpet and we'll see how magical you are on the carpet if you'll stop.
So, what other kind of activities can you do here? Because obviously we're skiing, but I mean, you got snowboarders, you got all kinds of stuff, don't you?
Yeah, you've got snowboarders, racers, tobogganers.
Tobogganers?
There's a tobogganing track,
That's
skiing.
kind of my specialty.
There's Olympic level skiing.
That's kind of not my specialty. It was amazing fun to get back up on a ski slope. It's been years since I've done it, and I'm sure all of you thought I was gonna fall flat on my face. And I bet you were hoping for it. Well, I'm happy to disappoint you, because I rock. All right, so I've got my skis on and you've got a snowboard on. But what other activities are there to do? I mean, there's tons of stuff to do up here, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't matter if you're not going out for a ski or a snowboard. There's a cinema here. You can go to the museum, do a bit of shopping, a bit of dining, great places to eat. So yeah, it doesn't matter what you're into. Definitely something to do here
There's
for you.
something here.
We've got a great view up here. How can you complain? Look, it's absolutely beautiful. Places like this up here at the Alberg, you can have a drink and overlook the skiing run when you're having a coffee. And what more would you rather do?
I haven't skied in over a decade, and it is awesome to get back into it in Australia. In Australia, skiing in Australia, who would have thought? But right now, I'm gonna go down and carve this slope up like a Christmas turkey. Let's go, guys. Oh, they already went. Okay, I'm going. Carving it. After a busy day in the snow and sun, I'm gonna find a place to put my head down for the night. So I head off to the Yarra Valley. So this is my room, and I'm staying at the Yarra Gorge Cottages. And I don't know if cottage is the right term for this place. It seems more like a mini lodge. It's actually really, really nice. We've got these huge windows and a beautiful fireplace. And I'm only 45 minutes from Melbourne, so it's actually quite close. This is great. I don't ever want to leave. But unfortunately, I do have to leave tomorrow. But before I leave, I'm hoping to see some wildlife, maybe running around. Maybe I'll kill a couple kangaroos, eat them for breakfast. That's the kind of guy I am. Breakfast time. A beautiful morning in the Yarra Valley, and I've opted for the cornerstone of any healthy diet, chocolate. Oh yeah, breakfast chocolate. All right, so how long have you guys been open now? It's fairly new, right?
So we've been open 6 months. We opened on the 15th of December, so yeah, still very exciting. Yeah, we've had over 200,000 visitors since we've opened, and it's been a fantastic response, yeah.
It's incredible. And what made you guys open this chocolate factory sort of thing?
Well, we've been in food businesses all our lives, and we're looking for something that's a little bit different, that could really stimulate and make the customer excited. And why not choose the Yarra Valley, only an hour from Melbourne, and this is a really famous area for food and beverage.
Yeah, what is this? This one is a...
yeah, this is, we call our Snickers hot chocolate, and we've got Bounty, we've got beautiful caramel, and then we do it in our milk dark and white chocolates, so you get to enjoy them all.
We even have chili for you, Jason.
Chili, really? Continue to speak, that way I can host while drinking. This place is packed to the rafters with delicious chocolate. It's like being at Willy Wonka's place. And the in-house cafe has a great menu, with their specialty being the surreal chocolate sausage. I'm gonna be brave and give it a go. I've heard a lot about your chocolate sausage. And I didn't know what to picture. I didn't know if it was like a coating or, so you just got the chocolate worked in.
That's right, yeah, when it's made in the sausage, yeah. So we have over 150 different types of chocolates here, so we thought we'd also bring it through to our breakfast menu. It's been really successful.
Putting chocolate into the breakfast menu sounds like a good idea to me. So you can see the chocolate sort of vein in there.
Chocolate, yeah.
And then we've got these different sauces here. Maybe I'll try those in a second. I think I should try it au naturel.
Absolutely, get the full experience.
Who would put chocolate in a sausage? That's just crazy. It's just a good sausage.
Great.
So later you can taste some of our great desserts, you know, and that's where you get the fondue where you can dip it into the hot chocolate. So that's something a little bit later, huh?
I can do that.
You can do that? Okay.
One of the things that makes the Yarra Valley Chocolatieri so unique is that they have Belgian chocolatiers working there. So if you want more authentic Belgian-style chocolate, there's no better place to find it.
If you want to know what's a good quality chocolate, you have different things to know. If it's shiny, that's good tempered chocolate.
Oh.
Yeah, then after you have to snap it. If you hear a good snap, like, that's good.
Like what? Make the noise louder so we know. So it makes that noise.
Like that,
That's
yeah.
the noise of a good chocolate.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh my God.
Then that's wonderful. Want to try a piece?
Okay, we'll go for it.
Okay, go for it.
Oh my God.
Is it nice?
That's so good, I don't even know what it tastes like.
Because it's a mix of all the flavors.
I think I'm gonna go and back there and see if I can make some of my own delicious chocolates.
All right, go for it.
I get to step backstage and find out how to make real Belgian chocolate. All right, one silly hat and an apron, and away we go.
So just do this,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna cool the chocolate down.
I think you're doing it a lot faster than I'm gonna be able to do it. So I'm scooping and I'm...
No. So now you see there are coming air bubbles in the chocolate.
Right.
So now we have the mold right here.
Right.
So we're gonna fill it with chocolate. Actually, you're gonna fill it with
I'm gonna fill it with chocolate.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
So I just use a spatula and I just...
Yep.
It's right here. Yeah. Now I'm making a mess.
Yes.
Hey, so how did I do? How's it looking?
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm gonna show you how to do it.
That does look much better, actually. Okay, that looks good. But you know, what can I say? You're Belgian. I'm Canadian.
All right.
I mean, if you need me to carry a canoe, yeah.
Perfect.
Belgian chocolate, Canadian chocolate.
So now we're gonna do like this, and all the chocolate will come out.
All right.
That's a small difference.
So yeah, there's a small difference. Well, okay, I you know what? I'll give it to you. Belgian chocolate makers 1, Jason 0. On the verge of a sugar high, I'm heading out to Sovereign Hill. Maybe take a little trip back in time. I'm in Ballarat, Sovereign Hill, and this is where most of the wealth of the region came from. The gold mines right here. I'm about to go back into the past. I already got gold fever. Sovereign Hill is an open-air museum, recreating Ballarat's gold rush days down to the tiniest details. Little did I know that as soon as I walked in, I was gonna get arrested.
Hold your hands out, sir.
Well, wait a second, what exactly did I do?
Robbery under arms, I imagine.
Under arms.
Highway robbery!
Highway robbery!
That's
highway robbery!
It is, yes.
That's exactly the point.
Seems like you've got everything all sewn up, so...
Yeah, all right, let's go.
As I was getting handcuffed and led away, I couldn't help but wonder, how did this happen to me? Oh wait, I remember. I'm looking at making my fortune, and this gold mining town is the perfect place. You can smell the gold in the air. I need to get myself a quick education in gold because right now, all I know is it is yellow and shiny and worth a lot of money. A good place to start would be down in the mines. Sovereign Hill is a maze of mine shafts, tunnels going on for miles.
Just around the corner here, we do have some something that we're obviously looking for.
Is that gold, Hayden?
That certainly is. That's gold.
Outstanding.
So we've got a big quartz reef running through the middle there, so we'd have to dig all of that out.
It's dark down here, dusty, and I don't like the sound of all that hard work. Mining, living in a hole, stooping through tunnels, digging, blasting, hauling carts. No, that's not my thing at all. I'd probably break a nail or something. So I'm looking for the easy route, a bit of a good old-fashioned robbery. A town as rich as this has surely got something worth stealing. And I think I've just found the perfect place. This should be like taking candy from a baby.
Once they've collected the gold, they give it to me, and my job is to then purify it. I'm going to do that through smelting inside one of these crucibles.
My prize is in sight. I just have to wait for the room to clear, and then I can strike.
There it is. There. So to cool it down, I'll place it in some water. What you're looking at is 100 troy ounces, which is 3 kilograms of 99.99% pure gold, which is 24 carat. Today, this piece of gold is worth 144,000 Australian dollars.
Oh yeah, the light touch of fingers Godfrey on the safe door and boom, open. Oh yeah. Take it easy, son. With the credit card. It's my last day in Victoria, but what a morning to start with. The sun rose and I saw a local stable bring its horses down for an early swim. Absolutely stunning. And that's just the start. I'm going for a drive along the Great Ocean Road. This coastline is just one stunning vista after another. Home to some of Australia's most famous natural landmarks, this road certainly earned its name. It really is great. I'm about to view one of the most spectacular coastlines in Australia, and I'm gonna do it from that over there. Wow. The chance to see the 12 Apostles from a helicopter is just unbelievable. It's definitely worth viewing these limestone sculptures from the air to appreciate the scope and scale of their majestic beauty. Here in Australia, the relentless beauty of everything is just crazy. Everywhere you look, it's gorgeous. And every time you think you've seen it all, you get something like this. And you get surprised anew.